Which out of these 5 fingers represent the leader? Take a guess. Now, if you are with me, then most of you will say the thumb. The reason being is that it holds the all 4. But do realize that despite thumb being the leader, he is also the shortest. Now, this is the value and the importance of being humble and kind in leadership. Now, most often in leadership positions, it will require you to be a person of a high ego. And ego is not a bad thing unless you come across as arrogant. In military, for instance, it requires a high level of ego. But do realize as well that in leadership, most often the person who is most competent does not always get to be voted as the leader. Rather, the person who is most humble and willing to work with others and connect with others, these are the people who most often get picked as the leader. And when they step across the team, they're not saying that you should do this, you should do that. What they're saying is, I want to work with you guys. The second perspective in leadership is to persuade people with both emotion and logic. Just about a month ago, I just finished a company meeting with my team, and afterwards our team decided to go to a coffee shop in order to bond and get to know each other better. And at that time, after the meeting, I was so emotional, I was inspired and motivated that I declared to my team that we are going to be the #1 team in this competition. And I have a good idea. Let's start the project now during the bonding. Then a person pointed out to me, Derek, you are flying. At that time, I didn't know what that meant. And he said, most of the people are walking, and therefore you need to step into their shoes and know their motivations, their values, to connect with them. If that time at my emotional peak, you were about to ask me how we're able to get the #1 position, well, I don't know, but I know why we can get it. Now do realize that complete opposite is most likely not great. You can see the most logical people, including the CFO, they're able to present this highly compelling projects and executions on their plan, but they're not able to move people's heart. Don't talk to my brain, talk to my heart, and to make me feel emotional. And this is the fallacy of most logical people. So you need to know how to bond emotion and logic in persuading others. The last important quality that constitutes to a great leadership is the ability to be self-aware. Now, are you self-aware that you are able to lead? And this is an important measure because, for instance, when you are trying to connect with your team and to empathize with them, do you realize that most of the time your language has to do a lot with that? And did you see that there are some of the gestures and body language that creates friction in your bonding process with your team? Now, this is a huge problem because your ability to be present when you are leading or collaborating with your team is an integral towards the team's success. Everything rises and falls on leadership. If your team is quitting, it is all on you. That is the message for today. Thank you and goodbye.